Live stream initialized.
Beep boop beep.
DJ, aka Chug Nerd, welcome to
Thank you
OnlyFrets.
so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
We're
invited
happy to have
somebody
you.
from across the pond to your
Yeah.
mom's house. All
Yeah,
y'all's
it's
mom's
still
house.
at your
Look
mom's
at
house
that.
somehow.
Yeah.
Transatlantic mum's house.
All right, boys, I'm gonna roll that intro and then we'll get into it.
I love it.
You're live in 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Awesome. Here we
Love it.
are with another one.
Welcome everybody who's in the comments. Looks like already got a couple of the homies. Steve Gunner's here. Everybody meet DJ meet the guys.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, the guys.
Yeah. And
Evening
it
for
is-
you, morning for Sean, afternoon for me. Look at that.
Of course.
We're covering the globe, boys.
We got it. No matter what time it is, you can tune in to OnlyFrets.
So, DJ, we like to start with a little guitar check. So, why don't you let us know what you got there? It looks like your baby.
This is my baby. Yes, absolutely. So this is my number one. This is my beloved, my Solar T2.7. I'm going to hold it over my face. Oh, it's going to blur. Oh, I might not blur. It's my T2.7 LN Plus guitar. I'm just going to see if I can unblur that background. Hang on, camera. Blur. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. My T2.7 LM Plus, my solo guitar, yes, with my, I don't know, where are you guys in the States? Is that blasphemy to have the duck sticker on there, or?
No. Mighty Ducks are a national phenomenon because of
They're a
the-
treasure, right?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
realized the hypocrisy of me having a duck sticker and a Sharks hat, but I'm just a massive hockey. It's really hard to be a hockey fan in the UK. I actually, ironically, I'm actually a Red Wings fan, but
Oh, nice.
I just love hockey. So any memorabilia I can get my hands on, that's it
There you
goes
go.
wherever. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, those are two of the best logos in all of the NHL. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody could blame you. Jonathan, what's on the lap today, sir?
So the thing I just got back after a while, I got it back from Brad over at Hop Frog, local dude. This is my Chipson Lyrebird.
The
As I've
Lyrebird,
lovingly dubbed it.
yes.
The Lyrebird, yeah.
It's not even real.
Not real, but it plays great though. I mean, honestly, I got it just as like a little quirky thing. Plus the Firefly really kind of set me over the top for the shape, and just needed a fret job. Other than that, and I put a new nut on it.
Yeah.
Got some Guyker parts coming for it. Should be here relatively soon. Just to give it a quick little strum there. But
Very
yeah, it's
good.
killer guitar. Really is.
Do you have that tuned to G or
No, half step.
down a half step?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been really into like half step recently. I don't know why. I've always kind of been, but like lately, it's like everything I get, just tune it down.
Nice.
I will say though, I did tune my Les Paul to D standard. That's fun. I actually
Pretty
wrote an entire song just recently in D standard,
Nice.
and it's awesome. Yeah,
It's a cool tuning.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, I've just got the old 70s Les Paul Deluxe here. Everybody knows her, but I did tune her down to drop D for you two gentlemen because I know it's Chug Nerd Days. So she handles drop D pretty good. I played in like a garage metal band back in the day, and this is my number one. And so the mini humbuckers, surprisingly, while noisy on stage, if you get a decent gate pedal, they handle the chugs pretty well. So
I like the mini humbuckers. They got a certain amount of bite and clarity when you really push them. Yeah, I like the Mars Kennedy PRSs with those. They've got those little mini humbuckers. They sound so good.
yeah, those what the NFG or whatever.
The near fields, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
narrow field.
Narrow field, right? Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah. Those are cool guitars. The Miles Kennedy PRS is super cool.
I'm a big telly guy, so
Yeah, man. I know. And speaking of which, let's talk about your. I mean, you don't have to go get it or anything, but you did a video recently, and we were kind of going back and forth in the comments on that. What brand was that again? That was a.
So this is my LTD you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a so just in case anyone out there doesn't know, I have this little project that I do through my YouTube channel called Project Marketplace, which is all based on Facebook Marketplace. And so what I did is I put a £100 investment. I guess that's like $120, $130 for you guys.
Give or take.
So yeah, so I put an investment in. I just bought a second-hand Ibanez Geo, and then I traded it again and again and again and again, and just had different guitars on my YouTube channel. And then it ended up with this ESP LTD TE417 that I just fell in love with. And but the quandary was that I didn't then want to get rid of it and trade it on. So I was like, do I stick to my guns and carry on trading it, or do I accept the win and keep the guitar forever and then start again with a new investment? So
Right.
I think the general consensus was don't let it go, keep it. If you enjoy it, then hold on to it and just start again. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
and
you'll
that thing-
regret it if you get rid of it.
Absolutely.
that.
We've all got those guitars we regret getting rid of, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, big time. And that thing rips too. Like it's. I mean, the way it recorded in your mix, obviously the way it sounds, you can kind of EQ any guitar to sound pretty good on its
Yeah.
own. When you're recording just like tone samples, but the way it sounded in the mix and how much fun it looked like you had playing it was what kind of made me be a peer pressure you into keeping it.
An advocate for keeping it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, it was exactly that. It was like, it's such a joy to play. I grew up, LTDs are my favorite brand or, arm of any company. And yeah, so I haven't had one for a little while. So when it kind of landed in my hands, I was like, this just reminds me of teenage years spent playing. I used to have like a Viper baritone and an MHB baritone. I loved them so much. It just took me back to that. And I was like, yep, this feels familiar.
Yeah, very cool. Jonathan, do we dare ask what happened to the pedal that we were all passing around?
Oh, yeah. Where is that?
Yeah, I would like to know that too. I think.
Oh,
you
no.
sent- who did you send it to? You sent it to.
So I sent it to my buddy Ben. So I don't know if you
Yeah.
watch the Andertons YouTube channel. So Ben Elmer, he does videos with Digital John, and so I sent it to Ben. Ben did a video on it that Rude Tech reshared, and then I don't know who Ben then sent it on to after that. I'm not sure, but I sent him the same instructions that I was given to continue to keep everyone in the loop. But
Yeah, and
knows?
see, that's kind of the thing is because the guy that started it, he reached out to me and was telling me about it. I'm like, are you sure this is a good idea? Like, the second that like I send it off or Sean sends it off, like those are the people you can trust really at that point. Like, you
Yeah.
don't know what's going to happen to it. And
Yeah.
he's like, well, if it does, it does. I'm like, all right, well, whatever. Somebody got a free pedal at some point down the line.
yeah, it's somewhere. It's a cool pedal.
It's an awesome pedal though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess kudos to whoever stole it, I guess, if you want to throw such an accusatory word out there.
I'm gonna believe in the goodness in the world in the guitar community and feel. Does anybody still have a link to the spreadsheet?
Yeah, it'll be in my inbox somewhere. I'd have to dig
Check
it
the
out.
spreadsheet.
See if anyone's updated it. But didn't we get like notifications to say when it had been updated?
I
believe so.
I didn't keep the spreadsheet, so I don't know if I
Actually, I'm
got
checking
any
my
of
phone.
those, but I guess we'll see where it stopped. But yeah,
I'm gonna check on my phone real quick because I know I still got it in there for a fact.
right.
I had a lot of fun with that
was a
pedal.
fun
That was
thing,
cool.
though. What a cool pedal. What
was-
do you think about that thing?
The
I mean, I
build
know
was,
you
was
did
so
your video.
good. Like the chassis was just like it was like a brick, wasn't it? It was built so well. It was just and it was so pink.
Yeah, like the most.
I almost kept it.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
it would have fit your aesthetic perfectly too.
So according to the sheet, so yeah, you sent it off to Ben Elmer,
That's right.
and then after it says Ben Elmer sent it to Ed the Shred Clark.
Right.
No idea who that is.
So
And that's where it lies right
And
now.
that's-
Ed has it.
maybe this was back in June of last year, so
It was a while ago.
it was a while ago. Yeah. So
First day in OnlyFrets. Can't say enough positive about the name. Another tip of the cap to Jonathan for coming up with that fantastic name for a guitar podcast. Well,
honestly, surprised no one else took it.
I can't.
We just
I mean,
swooped in and got that too. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's pretty bananas to me. But I did want to ask DJ. So you started your channel like a little over a year ago, right?
10 months.
10 months ago. You're
Yeah.
already up to over 1,000 subs.
Yes. I'm on
I have
1270, I think.
I have
Nice.
had my channel for 4 years. We're in year 5. 410, which I'm very happy about. Obviously, you know, this isn't me begrudging, but like your grind is admirable.
I'm grinding really hard.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I'm trying to speed run it because I'm not. That makes it sound like I'm rushing.
Right.
I'm fully aware of the grind that's in front of me, and you know, I watch enough guitar YouTubers that talk about how long it takes and the work you've got to put in. I'm prepared and willing and happy to put that work in because I think as long as you're enjoying it, then it's worthwhile, right? So yeah, like every day, I'm real lucky. I'm self-employed anyway, so my time is my own. Aside from YouTube, I've got the rehearsal studio that I own. I don't know how much of my socials you've seen, but I've got a rehearsal studio in a town nearby to where I live. So that's one like arm of my income, and then I also work within social media and like photography and videography a little bit as well. So this is kind of fits in well with all of that I can kind of make it work. So I've got a very supportive wife who understands what I'm trying to do.
It's important.
Yeah.
You
She's
definitely
very,
need that, yeah.
she's very supportive of what I'm trying to do, and she gets it. And I think, in fact, she's downstairs watching now with my little girl in the front room. So,
Very
Hi there.
nice. Well, we'll keep the mama jokes PG then.
yeah,
There you
man.
go.
Today. But yeah, man. I mean that's amazing. I think I caught on with you pretty early on, and just like I don't know. I just like I liked the aesthetic of your videos. Seems like you came out of the gate proper. I still use like a webcam that's like not attached to anything, and you know I got my microphone and my setup dialed so that I never have any problems. But the camera thing is something you and Jonathan both have down pat, and I really should just spend the money on a nice camera.
Well, I mean, you can even do like what I'm using. I got the DJI Action 4. It's just like a little, you know, GoPro kind of deal.
Sure.
It's a great camera, great little camera. I mean, it shoots in
DJI
4K. You know,
They do some great stuff, DJI.
yeah. You can get the what is it? The Osmo, I think, the one that's like the real skinny one that's got the gimbal on it and stuff.
The Osmo Pocket.
Those in Pocket. There you go. Those things are expensive though. They're like $700-800, and then they just stopped making them at one point. But they're I mean they're worth the investment completely. I think.
4,008 subs. That's right. As my friends over on OU812 crew always say, we've got 5,000 in the chat today. They always add 1,000 to however many.
I love
We
it.
got
That's the way to do it.
35,000. Yeah,
There you go.
it's-
Dress for the job you want, not
I
the job
love
you've got,
that,
right?
dude. It's so funny.
This is the camera I use. So this is just
yeah.
on my webcam on my MacBook. But yeah, this is the camera that. So like I said, because I work within like social media, it kind of made sense to me to get a semi decent camera, and then you know it's a tax write off as well. I can use it for that, and then I can use it for my YouTube as well. So it works for both, which is really cool. But when I started the channel, I was just using my iPhone. And that was it. I
Yeah.
didn't even have a microphone. I was just using the iPhone audio, just because I was watching. It was Xander Raymond Charles that first inspired me, and he did a video about releasing music, and he was just like, "You have everything you need." I felt like he was talking directly to me, but he was like, "You have everything you need. You know, your phone can reach the world. You don't need anything more than that these days." And I was like, "You're right. I should just do it. Stop."
Shout out Stay Metal Ray, baby.
Absolutely.
He's awesome. I love that guy's channel. We should get
Yeah.
him on.
And that's the camera I use too. It's a little Canon if you wanted to.
Oh, nice.
Little.
Nice.
So
Yeah, I mean, it just seems
Options.
like maybe the dividing line is something along the lines of both of you guys, your ability to edit. So like, what I hate is recording a guitar part or recording the audio and the video separate, which is why I opted for webcam, because I can do everything all at the same time.
Makes sense.
And so I don't like number one, I'm not a good enough guitar player to replay things that I play the first time. So if I do like a demo track, right, I'm not going to be able to recreate that with my fingers. It's all off the top. So like I just play for like 15 minutes and then clip the 3 minutes that I sound good in, and then but it is live at least, you know. I'm not like, you know,
Yes, real.
doing a bunch of retakes.
no shame in that though. I mean, I've done that plenty of times. I'll turn the camera on 5-6 minutes and just sound, oh, I didn't like that, and you know, it's the best. I mean, that's one of the best ways to do it, honestly.
You should see the amount of footage that ends up on the cutting room floor in my my little office here. Yeah, like a 15-minute YouTube video. There's usually about an hour's worth of footage of me going diddle-a-dit, nope, diddle-a-dit, nope,
Yeah.
over and over again. Just one bum note, and you're like, just chasing perfection all the time.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So
I think
seems like. Oh, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was just going to say the one other advantage I think that I have, and I think being British, I've noticed this among some of my peers. My analytics on like my YouTube channel, my biggest subscriber base is in the US, and I don't know if there's something about that you know, my accent or whatever. To any other British person, I'm a very common. It's a very common accent. But I don't know if that lends itself into like.
Well, I mean,
A
you
unique
look-
selling point.
yeah, and I mean, you look at like all of the Andertons guys. You know, you have them branching off into it. Dagan, when he was in PMT,
Yeah.
you know, he went over to, you know, he's British, and then you got who else was I thinking of? Just right off the cuff.
Dave Simpson,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dave Simpson.
Dave
I mean,
Simpson, yeah.
killer guitar player.
and
So,
very popular here in the States.
I don't know if Rob
you know,
Chapman's
like,
another one.
Yep.
Love him or
Jamie
hate him.
Slade, no Jamie
Jamie
Slade.
Slays, yeah, yeah.
He lives
Very
down the road. He's a
popular.
buddy of mine. He lives down the road from me. So
Or even
nice.
HP 42, you know, Henning Pauly. He has
Yeah.
I mean, obviously not British, but he has.
German, isn't he?
Yeah, he has a German
Yeah.
accent.
And you
he
got
does
Danish
really
Pete
well.
on the YouTube channel, on the Anderson channel, Danish
Yeah,
Pete,
yeah.
you know. So again, I don't know if that, you know, I live on a tiny island, so there's probably less YouTubers here than there is stateside as competition. I don't know, but all my videos I post up, like when I post them live, they all go up for US time now because that's where my biggest audience is, which is really interesting to me.
Yeah.
Well, they're good videos. I think that's a
That's
huge
very
part
kind.
of it,
Thank you
like,
so much.
You know,
Yeah, they are.
And you know, it wouldn't hold up like that if you weren't doing good content. So I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
number one.
Oh, that's super kind. Thank you.
Yeah, and number two, yeah, I think like there's always been this, you know, since we're akin to one another, right? Like America came from Britain, and like there's this sort of like romanticization of like British culture in some parts here. Like, you know, it's kind of like a brotherly love type of thing.
Yeah, no, I totally get that, and I think it goes the other way as well. Because like I've been to the States so many times. I'm so fortunate. I've traveled so much, but yeah, I've been to the States a bunch, and I love America. I've always loved America. We're planning to come back next year, so hopefully that's the plan with my family. So yeah.
Nice. Where do you usually go when you're in the U.S.? Is there anywhere specific or?
So I've been to Florida a bunch of times to go to Disney World.
Right.
So that's the main one. But I've been to Texas. I've been to California, and Hollywood, and San Francisco. Yeah.
Kind of hit all the big
The big,
touristy.
oh yeah, the big
spots.
ones. Yeah, yeah,
When are you going to
absolutely.
Nashville to the Gibson Garage? That's what.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool too. See how the London one compares to the Nashville.
Yeah, I need to go to the London one. I hear good things about it. Yeah, I've got some friends who have been. They say it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So how's things with Hollowkin? What's going on with them right about now?
Things are really good. You know, it's really exciting being in a new year with the band. That's been really nice to have some time off over like the Christmas period. We did our last show in early December, and then we've not got anything now till February. So it's given us, we had such a busy 2025. Touring all around the country. You know, we're super lucky in this country that a tour around the country, we can drive that. It's not like you guys where it's thousands and thousands and thousands of miles. You know, I drove 2,000 miles and I got all the way up to the north of Scotland and back down again. And that was the tour of the country. So
Right.
yeah, we're kind of lucky in that respect, but that was really cool. We had such a busy year. It was so nice to just take a little break. And then, yeah, this year we've done 2 EPs, which are available everywhere if anyone wants to go check them out. But this year,
Spotify linked in the description, by the way.
oh, bless. Thank you. Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, 2026 hopefully is going to bring our first full-length album. We kind of got this idea that we might do a concept album of some sort, which would be fun. Yeah, we've got a couple of tours booked in already, a little festival. We have these really cool competitions. I don't know if you have anything similar in the States, but we've got a couple of big festivals like Download at Donington and Bloodstock that we have here, and there's competitions where you can enter smaller unsigned bands to play on those stages. So we've got a couple of those coming up as well. So yeah,
Just grinding away.
it's literally that. Just great. It's a lot of work, but unless you love it, you're not going to enjoy it. But luckily, we love it. We understand the grind, and we enjoy the grind. The grind is what, you know, it's 50% of it.
The grind provides, you might say.
Exactly that.
Well, speaking of concept album, that's interesting. Jonathan's been toying with that idea as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I was. I don't know if I'm going to continue with it. I did write a couple of. I wrote a full song for it. Well, 2, I guess, an intro and then a full song. And then I kind of hit the writer's block, and I was like, "Is this even like?" I started thinking about it. I'm like, maybe this is just cheesy and dumb.
First mistake.
First
thinking
mistake.
about
Don't
Exactly.
second guess yourself.
First mistake.
Exactly. Yeah. And see, and my problem with it is I try to write for an audience, but I also try to write for myself.
Yeah.
Just do the second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
Do the second. Just do the one
Yeah,
for you.
just do the second one. That's right.
Well, I mean, 'cause
the right
you
people
have-
will find it.
right, and you have the mindset of like, I like it clearly. Like, you know, obviously you're your biggest critic, but it's like, are people gonna like it? Am I wasting my time? Like, what if they think this riff is dumb? I mean, I really like it, but what, you know, you start getting in your head a lot, and I've always done that.
Yeah.
Because I've talked about recording an album, not even just on here, forever, and I've just never done it because of the second guessing. I'm taking the time now to do it. I'm just in the writing process of it all. So I think I'm gonna go more with like rocky, maybe not blues rock, but like kind of like hard rock-ish,
Yeah.
maybe. I'm a metalhead at heart, but it's, I don't know.
Jared James Nichols style,
Yeah.
hard
Oh, yeah.
rock, blues rock, that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
dude.
Absolutely,
That guy's
yeah.
awesome.
That guy rips.
He's one of our goal guests
Yeah.
to get on here.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I was just about to ask about that too.
Still
Yeah.
got it.
Never far.
With
What
the
pickup is
Foxhound
that
sticker
in that
on it.
thing?
Sorry, say that again, John.
What,
So with
what
the
pickup
Foxhound
is that?
sticker on it.
So this pickup is so it's normally a Seymour Duncan dog ear P90 that you get on here, and I just wasn't vibing with it. So my luthier friend Mark, who owns a guitar repair business near where I live, he managed to find a custom-made 3D printed dog ear pickup mount, and then DiMarzio do their super distortion in a P90 size, like soap bar sized traditional humbucker. This thing's just wild. It goes so hard.
Yeah.
What
It's
tune
ridiculous.
is it in?
Drop A.
Oof.
So I've got 14 to 64 gauge strings on here.
Brutal on the fingers,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
But now when you say that, because it's such a short scale length, they're great.
True. True.
Yeah, they're
Slinky.
fine. It feels like tens, kind of.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's
See,
great.
I got And it's like I got my Les Paul. I dropped it down to drop C the other day, and I started getting the kind of tuning stability issues just because I think it's got 10 to 46s on it. I really need to up it, but that's the one thing with like Les Pauls and SGs and the shorter scale length stuff is you do got to up the string gauge quite a bit to get those like really, really drop tunings. It's crazy.
Yeah, I play like these are 9s, I think. No.
Pansy.
10s? No, they're 9s. Yeah, I switched to 9s like a while ago, and everything in here has Ernie Ball 9s on it, and I like it. I mean, I got baby fingers now. I used to play the heavy bottoms, the Ernie Ball heavy bottoms, so it was like big chunky here, and then really, so 9 to 42.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think.
Like hybrid sets.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the hybrids. Yeah, the heavy bottoms. Dude, those were good for what I was doing. But now I'm more like singer-songwriter, rock and roll kind of thing. So it's just like, let's put 9s on it. It's good. But,
Whatever works, man.
yeah.
Yeah, we're all different, right? And I think I get so many comments on videos like about what different things people use, and like, I'm sure you guys get it on your own videos, like people are, you might love a guitar and they have a different experience. And it's like every guitar suits everyone so differently. And it's so great that we've got so many different instruments that fit so many different people in so many different ways that we can all find something we enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Right down to string gauges.
I think we can agree the comment section should be like, frankly, it should be like positive commenters only or constructive feedback, but like, like Jonathan gets the nose ring comment.
I saw the nose ring comment.
We gang on the nose ring, dude. Like, if anybody says anything about the nose ring, they're getting.
I got the septum as well. Yeah.
There you go. I have earrings, so but it's like, I don't understand. I'll never understand. Like Jonathan's always like, well, you're commenting on a dude's appearance, so what do you?
Like, what are you doing right now? It's just
like
the weirdest
guitar,
thing.
I had
They're never there for the guitar.
Yeah.
Someone commented once on like what I was wearing, and I was like, I think my retort was something to the effect of like, I haven't been judged on what I wear since secondary school or high school. Like, how old are you that you're commenting what I'm wearing? Like, how old are you? Grow up, man.
I'm always like, look, I'm open for it because this is engagement. I mean, with you being over 1,000 subs, if you got the watch hours too, I mean, let the hate comments come in, reply to them, rage bait them. It's more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I do that.
Keep them talking. Go back and wait for that response.
It's like that gif of the what's his face, Woody Harrelson from Zombieland wiping his tears with Bill Murray's money.
Yeah, that's right. That's funny. I just watched Zombieland 2 this morning while I was working. I had to run in the background.
Double tap. It's a good one.
The double tap. That's right. Let's see. Is there? Crap! I had a question. I totally forgot. Jonathan, you got anything for DJ at the moment?
Let me throw one back at you guys.
Yeah.
What is like the music, the live music scene like where you guys are? Like whereabouts in the States are you?
Go ahead, John.
So I'm in Northwest Georgia, like kind of not really in the mountains, like we kind of technically are, but not like up in the mountains. Where I am, there's a music shop in our like downtown that is pretty booming, a couple times a week, open mic nights and stuff like that. But back in the day, man, there were venues everywhere, and that was back when like all the hardcore kids were around and metalcore was big and booming, like at its peak or whatever. So that's kind of where I like grew up in that. Like I love metalcore, but I don't know. I yearn for that era to come back. I wish that, those venues were back and there were all the, high school kids going up there. Obviously, not with high school kids, but like just that era of like, there's a community kind of, other than that, it's a lot of like singer-songwriter cover bands, it's not like the greatest music scene right now with,
It feels like we had the glory days, right?
Yeah.
It was when I lived in Spokane, Washington for a while, like right about the time that Tyler Bryant's guitar got stolen. I'm not saying I had anything to do with it, but no. But like, you know, or the scene in Spokane was very healthy, like much, and that was like 03, 04. So I was, you know, 19, 20, 21, and we gig, like the band I was in, we gigged on original music, like basically every weekend for a whole year. And so that was really great. Now I'm back in a really rural town where I grew up. And so there's a couple college towns right next to us, but my town only has like 1,000 people. There's 2 bars and they do live music. And there's like a cover band that I have dreams of being lead guitar for. And I auditioned with them before and they wanted me to join. And then I also have 3 small children with a 4th on the way. So we're also a single income household where I work a 9 to 5 from home.
Yeah.
So it's like I couldn't take a risk like what you've been able to do. And I could if my wife went back to work or whatever, but because she's probably worth more money than me. But you know, she stays home with the littles, and I'm here all the time, and it's just like not feasible for me to go out and play. So we do OnlyFrets, and
Absolutely.
I do my Friday night lives and stuff like that, and I get to connect with other musicians like yourself or with Jonathan or, you know, other people, and I kind of feel that.
All you got to do is just quit your job, tell your wife you're watching the kids. I'm going on the road. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It sucks being an adult sometimes,
I
right?
have been able to put out some music recently, so that's been very satisfying.
I've seen you've been releasing some stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been good. Again, like bandlessly doing that, but it keeps the creative sort of mind occupied, if you will.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How are things at the studio, DJ? Are you getting a lot of booked time and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, we've just had our 1-year anniversary there. The studio, we've got an Instagram page and stuff. If anyone wants to look at it, they're very welcome to. It's HK Studios _devices or something like that. I'll put a link somewhere. We'll figure it out. But there's like before and after photos. We had to put a lot of work in to bring it up to a high standard that it is at now. So it took a long time to kind of get it off the ground again. It's been there for like 15 years, but when we took over, it was torrid. It was horrible. It was honestly, it smelled. There was like stains on all the carpets. The walls were all falling off. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. But yeah, we worked really, really hard there, my wife and I, and we kind of brought it up to the standard we wanted it at. It's not done yet, but you know, money only goes so far, and you have to kind of wait to reinvest. But you know, that will all come in time. But yeah, it's been amazing, and it's amazing to be part of a little musical community again in that little town close, you know, it's 15 miles away from where I live. So it's just really cool to be part of that little community, and it's just amazing. It's just an awesome vibe. I love it. I love it so much.
Well, and it seems like you're helping sort of generate, like, you know, you're sort of keeping the lights on in the local music scene for, you know, for your area, which is really, really cool. I like
Hopefully,
that.
yeah.
So do you have like an abundance of music studios everywhere, or are you kind of like is it like kind of watered down or like oversaturated, if you will, for studios?
in the cities, yeah, you do get a lot, but we're in little towns. We're like Sean said, like we're kind of rural where I am. We're in the little towns on the outskirts of those big cities. I don't know if you've heard of places like Bristol and Bath. Those are, you know, most famous places that are nearby to where I live. And Glastonbury, you've probably heard of Glastonbury Festival. I live down the road. Yeah, so down there, Stonehenge is down the road. That's where I am in the UK. I'm down the road from Stonehenge. So yeah, in the cities you do get a lot of studios, but you know, unless you live in those cities, that's kind of useless. On the outskirts, yeah, there's not that many. I think we're the only rehearsal studio in the town that our studio's in. There's another one in the town where I live, but yeah, you usually get like one per town is kind of how it works. So you just got to hope that one is a good one, which is what we want it to be. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, because that seems to be a thing. I will say, kind of, at least in my area, I know I just said the music scene isn't really, it's really live music is not the biggest thing, but studios, you know, you can find them relatively easy. When I say studios, I mean more like something kind of like my basement sometimes.
A guy's
But,
basement. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, my uncle, he does that for a living. He owns a studio, and I always like to brag about this. If you've ever heard of the band Royal Thunder,
Yeah, I know the name.
yeah,
Yeah.
he kind of like, I think he recorded like one of their really big selling albums or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, so like we know Mel, the singer and the bass player. My sister hangs out with her all the time, and like they were at his wedding and stuff. I mean, it's really cool. But other than him, I don't really know of any other big studios. But I mean, I see things on Facebook all the time, like I got studio time and this and that, and I'm just like, dude, you are in an oversaturated market right now because ain't nobody paying you your $350 an hour or whatever it is to go to your basement. Like, you got to get your start somewhere, but I don't know.
Well,
Nothing
you make
like
a good-
yours at all.
You bring up a good point, and maybe DJ can speak to this, owning like a proper rehearsal, like detached building on its own rehearsal space. But do we think it's much easier now to like purchase just enough gear to where you could charge people money for time and call your basement a studio?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. So a really interesting thing that you find over here a lot, and I don't know if you get this in the States, but you'll often find like bands when they get to a certain level, they will just hire out a studio and kit it out, and they'll like share it with another band. So as in like a warehouse, they'll just like that's all my studio is. It's just a warehouse essentially, but it's been built inside. So we've got the studio built inside of it, but from the outside, it just looks like a brick warehouse. But yeah, I think you could. I'm not sure how happy the neighbors would be. With the
That's an
noise.
interesting thing too. You say that because if you've ever seen the channel Frightbox Recording,
I don't think I have. I don't think I know it.
he's a great channel for just recording stuff. He's got a lot of tips and stuff. Really cool dude. He had a situation where his studio was, the way he described it, was like an apartment complex, but every room was its own studio, kind of. So, but it was like maybe the size of an apartment complex. So you would have, 800 square feet or whatever it is
Sure.
in each room, and they're all their own individual studios. So you'd be in there tracking drums, but then the guy next door would be like ripping through a bass track or something. So you just be, and he's like, it's just noisy all the time. And I'm like, I couldn't imagine that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bleed.
We've rented space like that, like you were saying, DJ, like, just warehouse space before. I've done that. And it's similar to what Jonathan's talking about, like where there's a lot of room bleed. It's not really set up the right way. But based on the video I saw, watching the before and after videos and stuff like that of your space, seems like you guys have really accounted for soundproofing and things like that, so that guys can, and you don't, it's not a recording studio, but you do provide some stuff for live tracking to play back your rehearsal, right?
Yeah, so that's the whole point, is that I didn't want it to just be like I think, what's the best way to put it? Like, being in a band nowadays isn't just playing music, unfortunately. Content is 50% of everything. Unfortunately, it just is. And the sooner you can accept it, I think the more success you'll find. But so I wanted the space to be multi-purpose. Before it was just a dirty, dingy rehearsal room that smelled weird. But now it's like you could have a photo shoot in there. We've recorded like 3 of our music videos in there. So it's really multi-purpose. And yeah, you absolutely could record. You could set it up as a recording studio, be a bit thrown together, but you could run a snake through from the main room. We've got two separate sound rooms, and then you could use like the reception area as a control room, especially with everything being digital nowadays. We're so lucky now, you don't need a big 32 track analog desk to record anymore. If you had like a 10 input interface, just like a Focusrite one, that's enough to record a full drum kit, and you can track your drums, and all you need is GarageBand, and that's it. And you can make it sound amazing without having to spend thousands and thousands.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I've been really happy with like the first song I put out towards the end of last year was a song had written for my wife years ago, and I had been wanting to put it out, but I never was able to get sort of like the takes that I wanted. And I've always been a home recorder. I've recorded one like album in a studio before, but mostly everything I've ever done has been from home. So I've always kind of been DIY in that way. But the tools available now, I mean, like even BandLab, I use BandLab, which is basically an online, DAW, and they have like denoise features. They have like AI auto mixing. You can separate tracks on that stuff. Like, I mean, it's really like getting stems, and I use like Suno to get the drum and bass line. And it was like, oh, this is just great because I was going to do that anyway. I was going to use drum loops and, use GarageBand bass player thing, on my phone to like come up with a bass line. It was like, well, this is like the exact same thing. And it sucks that I'm using AI to make music because I'm kind of torn in that way. But I really have, like I discussed earlier, no other option if I want to get the songs out of my body,
Right. So when it comes to like what you're saying, where you have, so the only thing that I could really say that you would really need to do, aside from what I'm going to tell you, is to get a bass.
Yeah.
But I've got a ton of I don't want to say a ton. I've got a couple of free drum kits that I have. One that I use all the time. Reaper's free. You have the guitars and stuff. Neural Amp Modeler free.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show. I mean, like if you have a guitar and a computer, the bass is like the hardest part, maybe just because you have to have a bass tube. I mean, there are bass programs, but yeah, I mean, you can still make all of the music without the AI stuff, because I know that's a hot button topic with a lot of people is AI music, and that's a whole other subject. But actually, Rabia Masad released a video. I don't know if he released it today or a couple days ago or whatever it was, but I saw it today, and he was talking about the whole AI thing and how people are using it, and it's just like, yeah. He talked about Moises too, where you could separate the songs into stems, and it's like, yeah, he made a good point. It's a great learning tool. Yeah. So like if you're trying to learn a song and you want to break it out and like hear what and I mean, you could even use that to break out. I've tried this and it didn't work. I made a song in Suno, and I said, ooh, I really like the drums on that, but I want to put my own part over it or whatever. So I tried to use Moises to cut it out, but then you find
lets you do that.
Right. I think if you pay for it though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I tried it, and I didn't want to pay for it because I'm just cheap.
Fair enough.
And so I went to Moises and tried it, and then you find out really quick that everything is just super like full of artifacts. It's so like you could tell straight away, even if you couldn't tell the song originally was AI. It's AIing something. So your Inception at that point.
Super glitchy kind of.
Yeah, it's bad.
Noisy.
So
Well, okay, so I'll just comment from Suno, when you do the track separations, the most solid things that come out are the things I need. So like the drums and the bass, obviously they're not human, so they're not going to sound entirely human, but when you separate those two things, it seems like Suno doesn't have a problem isolating bass and drums, which is great for me and my specific use. And I'm just using it to get bass and drum tracks. So basically I'll record, do a click, my song, and I drop it in there, no vocals. I drop it in there, and it gives me guitar, and I'm able to erase the guitar and just keep the drums and bass, which were going to be fake anyway. So to me, I have no moral sort of issue with using it in that way. What I would never do is do a whole AI song based on what I wrote and then released it as it was me. I think that's it's the same thing with your chips in there. Trying to buy a Gibson and then sell it on Facebook Marketplace as a Gibson at a steal of a deal or whatever because you're moving, like that is wrong. Buying a Gibson and playing it and enjoying it as what it is not wrong. It's the people that want to resell it for more money. So like me trying to make money off of fake music would be wrong. So I'm working hard to get my music out in that way, but remain relatively ethical about it.
Well, and that kind of goes back to what I was saying about like problems I had with writing stuff is you don't want it to be fake.
No.
And if you could play the guitar, you could play the bass, you could sing. The biggest issue a lot of people have is using doing drums, right? Still fake, even though they're real players, playing real samples. It's like it's still not a real live drummer, which is like not everybody has access to it. I get it. But then when you have stuff like Get Good Drums, where you have like this entire library, but everybody uses the same freaking presets on everything, that's where music becomes
You get
sterile
that
too.
homogeneity.
That's what I use.
Is it?
So,
I was
case in
gonna
point.
ask you,
Just kidding.
Yeah, that's what I use. Yeah.
Where do you land on all this AI music stuff in general?
Me personally, I don't feel, so this is all just me personally, I don't feel the need for me to ever need to use it. So I went to college to study music, and part of that was learning how to use specifically Max and Logic, creating music with MIDI and things like that. So that was a really big part of what I went to college for. College here is different to college where you are, so that's like not university. So we
Right.
go high school, college, university. So it's like
Okay.
I'm not that smart. This is like level 3 we call it. It's not that intense.
That's basically what I did. We call it a community college.
Community college,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same
So
thing.
I got a diploma out of it, not a degree. But yeah, so for me, I really relish and really enjoy synths and strings and drums and creating that. And you're absolutely right, Sean. It's all pretend. If I select orchestra, I'm not conducting an orchestra. It's all pre-programmed and all the rest of it. But I guess I'm lucky in the sense that I'm still in a band, and when we go into the studio, I get that enjoyment of it still being real when I do that. So yeah, but that's what I just use GarageBand. Everything I write is on GarageBand, and you don't even have to use like paid for plugins and stuff. If you've got a pedal board, plug that into your interface, load up a Marshall on GarageBand, whatever it's called, Brit Rock,
Yeah.
and just put your pedal board into it, and you're laughing. They've
It's
got
amazing.
really good drummers on there. I do a little series on my YouTube channel where I've got a traveler guitar. It's like this big. It's a full scale length, 24 3/4 inch scale length guitar, but I take it with me. I went on a cruise, I took it camping, and I always challenge myself to write a song when I'm in like a weird environment that
that's
you
cool.
wouldn't necessarily like write a song. So like I took it camping, and my challenge was I had 2 hours battery life on my laptop, and I had to write a song, record it on GarageBand, and then edit all the video down as well to create. And it's on my YouTube channel. I did it, and I even had time to do a little ditty at the end of it as well. But that was the challenge. So I managed to write a 4-track guitar song with drums, bass, and MIDI like synths in it as well. With just my traveler guitar and the free plugins that are on GarageBand. Or I think I use my Soldano on it, but yeah, the idea is the same,
Nice.
Right.
Yeah,
but,
it
yeah,
is
Garage-
like amazing what we have at our fingertips anymore. No matter which way you slice it, if you're doing it that way or my way. I mean, because technically, like the drummers on GarageBand are, in fact, AI. You can, to a degree, right? Like they're canned. So like I like the drumming feature on GarageBand quite a bit, and I tried using it to record that first song that I put out. I don't have either the ear for it or the capabilities or like the knowledge that you gained, at college or
yeah, fair enough.
whatever. I just couldn't get it right, and it drove me nuts. And so to me, like the AI, getting the drum tracks and the bass line that I was happy with from AI was it just felt like a relief, because it's like, oh, I can do this now. Like I can record my acoustic part, I can record like my little lead lines and stuff, record all the vocals, do the harmonies myself. Like it took the process from like a 2-year ordeal that was just like hanging over my head to literally like a 2-day. I already had everything worked out. I just needed help in that one area. So I am grateful for the existence in that way. Also, it could just be, the other part is like, I'm not doing this on AI and then like going out and touring it or anything. The songs are all free on, streaming softwares and stuff like that. So like, I'm not going to make any money. Like I'm going to get like 15 listens or whatever like that, it's fine.
But out of those 15, I mean, one person can go and say, hey, check this out. And then you get 15 more from that or whatever. I mean, you never know.
Probably won't. My talent level is not that high, but I am happy that I had something that I could present to my wife who the song is for.
Right.
And since then I've done a couple for my kids and they love it.
And that's great. That's nice. Yeah, that's cool.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what it's for. There's nothing in my mind that's like inhibiting me from feeling good about like recording. My kid has a cassette player, and so I put songs on one of these, tapes, like, record tape, make him a mixtape or whatever. So he has this big mixtape, and I was like, do you want your song on the mixtape? And he's like, yeah. And I put it on the mixtape. I'll be darned, you muffle that with a bunch of real, and it sounds pretty darn good.
That's cool.
Right,
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, I suppose if like when you look at it as using it as a tool to enable you to complete something as a real musician like you are, like that's where the lines blur between using it as a record producer creating absolute nonsense just to feed straight into the charts like we see so much of. Like Radio 1 here in the UK got in a bit of hot water a couple of weeks ago because they made and that's the BBC, that's the biggest radio station in the UK, and they made their track of the week an AI track, and it was all
Oof.
yeah, and they got in a bit of hot water for it because it's like you're meant to be, you once supported Queen and you once supported Led Zeppelin and you once supported The Who and all these amazing bands, and it's like now you're supporting someone who's just typing into like a chat box. Write me this song. So yeah, it's like
Well,
I think in the Rick Beato presentation way, I could not agree with him more, or with the people of Britain for being upset about that, because like that is worthy to me. Like it'd be one thing if they played my song on the radio and 80% of it, or say 60% of it is human made, and like I didn't put my lyrics into a chat box or anything like that. Like I just played the guitar track and got the drums and bass, and I was out. And that was what I'm using it. I'm not letting it use me. And I think that's the dividing line. Do you feel used by the person who created it on an AI program, or is that person using it as a tool, as a means to an end,
Right.
So yeah, that's a good point. I'm glad to hear that, the humans are not accepting robot music.
not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, shoot, DJ, we're getting close here. Is there anything you would like to plug? We'll do our little shill at the end of the show situation.
Oh wow! I mean, yeah, I'd love to. I mean, if anyone fancies checking out Hollowkin, that's my band. It's if you've not heard us before, it's groovecore, we call it. We're kind of trying to label our own little genre because we never really know where we fit. So, it's got elements of Lamb of God and Machine Head and that kind of groovy metal kind of side to it, but then it also brings in those metalcore elements from like Killswitch Engage and bands such like that with that melody as well. So if you feel like checking us out, that would be absolutely amazing. Everyone's welcome on my YouTube channel as well. So yeah, that would be awesome. But I just wanted to say to you guys, thank you so much for having me. It's I've been looking forward to this so much. This is a real awesome opportunity and experience for me to hang out with you guys. And Sean, I know we've spoken loads over the years, just on like Instagram and things like that. So it's nice to actually chat to you for real, across time zones.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, after doing that, gosh, I always forget the name of the pedal. What was that called again?
Oh, the doodler.
Yeah,
The
the
Doodler.
doodler thing. It just kind of felt like once we started taking guests, Jonathan and I were like, we should get Chug Nerd, like, for sure.
It was inevitable, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And, just congrats to you on your channel's success and growth and rapidly and well-deserved and all that. And, we'll keep watching. And I'm sure it's just onward and upward from here.
Yeah,
I was really fortunate. I was at a recording studio yesterday. I got invited down. It's in Bristol, near where I live, and it's the most ridiculous recording studio you've ever seen. It's absolutely insane. It rivals Abbey Road. Where the beat. It's honestly.
It's fighting words.
It's called Distillery 2 Studios in Bristol, and they're actually off to NAMM in next week in California, and they're one of 5 studios in the world that's been up for an award for innovation within the recording studio space. And I was lucky enough to be there yesterday, and I was chatting to some of the guys there, and it just, in conversation, I just sort of said how amazing it is, this little guitar community that we're all part of online. I think it's such an awesome thing to be part of. I've got so many friends in the UK, in America, Canada, Germany, Mexico, all over the world, and everyone's so supportive of each other. And I think it's just amazing. It's an awesome little community. We all kind of lift each other up, and I think we all know that we're all trying to achieve the same thing, to enjoy our instrument and share that with the world. And I think it's just such a cool community, and I appreciate you bringing me into your community to do this today. So thank you so much.
Man, absolutely.
You're welcome, yeah.
Jonathan, what about you, sir? We still got one person watching. What say you to that, to them? What do you got coming up?
Thank you for being a trooper, first off.
Yeah.
So kind of the same stuff. I did have another topic video come up as I look at my little whiteboard. I did get another guitar recently that was sent to me. I've not broken my promise yet.
You haven't bought anything.
Yeah, Jonathan's
No, I
on a
haven't bought
gear
anything yet.
detox this year.
I saw, yeah.
But I had sent an email to a bunch of companies like, God, almost a year ago, just kind of doing like a mass email thing. And one of them finally got back to me, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember I talked to you. And they were like, yeah, we'll send this out to you. So I was like, cool. So there's that. I'll be doing an upgrade on this at some point. Got some more topic stuff that I need to actually get on. And I'm hoping to get something from Silvertone at some point. I'm waiting until after NAMM. But Silvertone has been on their grind as far as building their brand back up to something a little more, I don't want to say modern, but they're actually playable this time around.
Yeah. Not JCPenney catalog quality.
Yeah. Hey, look, they're on to something, because I had that baritone. My God, that thing was so cool.
It was cool, dude. DJ, if you are bored one day and you scroll through Jonathan's videos, he does a demo of a Silvertone, like early Beatles Silvertone style.
Yeah.
But it's
The
a
lipstick
baritone,
pickups,
and
it's so cool.
ripped, dude.
Oh, really?
Chug. It was
For like
so
$400
good.
I mean, it was a crazy deal. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I got, kind of more of the same. Got some scheduled stuff. I need to do a collection video at some point, but I'm trying to wait and see if any more, because I know the second I do it and get done editing,
someone's
gonna I'm gonna be like, well, shoot, But
Yeah.
anyway.
It's inevitable. It's the life of a guitarist, is just constantly changing your collection or adding to it. Mostly
Or I'll
just
sell
adding
something.
to it. Yeah. Well, I did a song recently that I think I'm there with Keith at For the Love of Guitars. He's been, I had him as a guest on my personal podcast, Tone Deep, last year or the year before, I can't remember, last year, early. And anyway, he's an awesome dude. He does Guthrie Trap video breakdowns. So like Guthrie Trap will, that Nashville session guitarist, he will put out a video, and then Keith follows up his video and breaks it down for the lay person. Because Guthrie is an amazing guitarist. He's not great at slowing down for the kids in the back. that's what Keith does. He does a lot of different stuff, but his lesson videos are often geared towards, sort of piggybacking off of a Guthrie trap video. Anyway, he's a great guitar player. He loves playing rhythm. So he sent me this rhythm track, and I immediately, like, lyrics came up in my head. Immediately, I got it all. I used his just straight through guitar track, got my drums and my bass line, and then did some guitar soloing and some vocals, and it came out really awesome. So that one I'll be releasing here pretty soon. And other than that, videos will come and go as I please. I don't have anything planned at the moment, but
And
something
I will
awesome.
say this: I've kind of found that's the great way to do it. Is like, don't set yourself to like I'm going to release every Wednesday. Just
Right.
do it
Yeah.
whenever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Mine
I
go
try to
out
do
when
once a
they get
week.
done.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. I mean, it is better to just go as inspiration strikes you, because otherwise, like Jonathan, you experience like feeling like this is going to be good, but it's not like an authentic emotive reason to do it necessarily, where you're like more self-pressuring, like I got to get this out.
Yeah, I
And
do
I
that a
experienced
lot.
that actually with the Guyker bridge thing that I did on here. I look for like mad props to Guyker for sending me that. It was my first like real sponsored video, or like fully sponsored video. But I think it was cool, and I didn't feel like I couldn't say anything bad or anything like that. It was just like, I'm doing this for a reason other than I want to do it. So like, I'm doing another one on that same guitar with Guyker products, but I bought them. So that means I can do it whenever the heck I want. And I don't
Yeah.
have to feel that sort of, pressure. Or even with the Dude Alert, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of felt like I was under a gun a little bit.
There was a time limit, wasn't it? It was like
little bit,
two
yeah.
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And not in a malicious way, and
No,
we
no, no.
didn't pay for it, and there was no like literal gun, like it wasn't like we were actually under threat.
But you
of
have somebody waiting for you
Yeah.
to say it's done. I
Yeah.
have that all the time.
yeah,
All the time.
yeah.
I'm not at that level yet.
Well, it's worse when
it'll
they
happen for
specify
you
too.
eventually.
When they ask you how soon can you get it done, and it's like, I don't know, maybe a week or two. And they're like,
Yeah.
can you have it done in a week? It's like, you'll get it done when I get it done. Like you learn to kind of like talk to the people, because I mean,
This is my big goal for 2026, is to start working with brands. So I'm just plucking
Look.
up the courage at the moment, because I don't
So-
think I'm big enough
take
yet.
So
the
here's the
advice-
thing.
Take the advice Jonathan has for you, because
Yeah, so I was gonna say, so not long after I hit 1,000 subscribers, I just started reaching out. All I did was I said, who are brands that I want to work with, or who are brands that I know, Lakato, Donner, all those kind of brands that work with, those are great like stepping stones to get into it.
Yeah.
I would be cautious of like Lakato and stuff, not because their stuff's bad, but because they will start asking you all the time to do like wireless systems and little cheap pedals that are just like clones of, like they've tried to send me the same pedal like 3 times, and I'm like, I've already done this video for you. So they're good ways to get into it and be like, oh yeah, but and I've had companies just reach out to me, I don't know if if it was word of mouth or they just happened to see my channel. It comes as time goes on, but I mean, don't be afraid to just reach out,
Yeah, I
and
think that-
follow up with them once or twice,
that's what I
give it
did
about
with
a week.
Guyker. I
Yeah,
just
that's what I'm
reached
kind of-
out. Yeah.
Building
Guyker's
to
a good one.
that confidence. I reached out to Harley Benson just on a whim. They messaged me after I posted a video of an 8-string review I did, and I said, I'd love to work with you in the future. And they were really kind to respond. They said, we've had a look at your page. Drop us a message when we've got a few more followers, and we'll talk. And I was like, well, that's fair.
Fair enough. Hey,
at least I know
that's
where I stand.
honest, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Guyker is great. So, like, if you're going to do any mod videos or anything like that, I know you do a little bit of that. You kind of cover a lot of different angles of music, which is great.
Yeah.
But if they are super cool, like,
Yeah.
the American liaison, her name's Sheila. Is that who you talk to as well, Jonathan? Sheila?
So she messaged me separate. I talked to someone named Kate.
Okay. So it might be East Coast, West Coast thing, but
It might be.
they are really nice people, and
Yeah.
I only have I have 400 subs, and they were willing to work with me and send me one thing for free, like whatever I wanted. So
They'll also sign you up for their affiliate program, and
Yeah.
because Guyker is one of those brands that people are always looking for,
Yeah.
especially now that you're building like a more serious following. Just telling me, hey, this is sponsored by Guyker. There's a link down there for you to save 10% or whatever it is. Just drop the link in your description, like you normally do. And
Yeah.
I mean, I get emails sometimes like, hey, you have a referral order, and it's like $4, and it's like that's $4, and then I'll get a PayPal thing like here's
Absolutely.
$30. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's
it
pretty
works.
cool.
But yeah, they're easy to work with. So's Donner. If you ever want to check out Donner, I mean, they're great.
They're big on Amazon. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Over here. Yeah. Yeah.
But
I've had
I'm
some
sure
Donner
you'll,
stuff before.
yeah, I'm sure you'll find, your people to work with along the way for sure.
Yep.
It'll be cool to see that part of your channel grow a little bit. Just, we all have to make sure we don't become commercial factories. I've noticed in closing, I'll say,
Yep.
2026 appears to be the year of being creative with your
Mm-hmm.
YouTube channel. Guys are a lot of people. Jace Allen Guitar
Yeah.
he's on the
Stole
same
my
program
idea.
you are. Yep. He's not buying any guitars this year. It's the same thing. Guys want to get better. Searching for Tone, Brian over there who we had on, he's taking lessons and like documenting that. And like, it is the year, I think we've all sort of not grown tired of gear reviews by any means, but that part has sort of run its course as far as the most popular thing on YouTube.
Yeah.
And like, that's why I think it's great that like Jonathan's focused on creating, and that your channel, DJ, is so diverse in what you offer, so that you're not just constantly getting bombarded with a gear review and demo video, which we all love, but like, it's nice that these channels are starting to mix it up a little bit. And I look forward to what this year holds for
I'll say this though, if you do ever get a sponsor for something, just be creative about it too. Instead of, because that's what I was doing, I was just like, here's this guitar, these are the specs, here's let me go on da 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 da, I'm playing it. Like, to me, that burned me out so much on that.
Yeah.
I wanted to be more. If I do that, I want to try to be more creative, or just like be more relaxed about it. Like, I just finished up the one that I got sent, and it's kind of that me like single shot, standing there talking about it, blah blah blah. But I've started to record demos for him more, like full demo tracks for him.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've listened to some of your demo tracks. They're
His
they're
demo
rip, man.
tracks are
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So that's
No,
something
absolutely.
that I wanted to do was put the demo tracks back in there, because that was part of the fun of it. But then you get that thing where it's like, oh, I got to get this done. Do I have time?
Yeah.
Not really. So let me just do. Here's a little pentatonic scale. It's like, so just don't
Speaking-
fall into that trap.
Keith's ears were burning. He came in right at the deadline here, but we were just talking. Keith, I'm gonna be putting that song out soon, so I'm really excited for that. But yeah, man, DJ, dude, thanks for coming on and talking with
Yeah,
us. And
absolutely.
sharing
Thank you so much for
your
having me.
life and
It's
time.
Yeah.
thank
Real kind
your-
of you to have me. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
We'd love to
thank
have you
your-
again sometimes.
Your wife.
I
and
would love
child
to come
for
back.
Letting us have a bit of your day, so appreciate it.
Getting ready for bed now.
Yeah, I was about
Yo.
to say, you're getting ready for bed. I'm getting ready to go pick up my daughter
Yep.
from school.
Yeah.
Sean's getting ready to eat lunch.
Sean's having,
right.
yeah, Sean's
That's
having lunch.
All right, boys. Well, thank you very much. Everybody have a great weekend. Thanks to everybody who jumped on with us. And
Absolutely.
catch y'all next week on OnlyFrets.
Live from your mom's house.